All right, here we go. We are in London. You already know that. We were filming, and by we I mean me, pluralia majestatis. I'm just going to talk by myself today, but that's not true. So we are in London, and unfortunately, Sean followed me.
I went the other way.
So it's
I
here.
just got here.
Damn it! I thought I was going to do my own piece
That's right.
tonight.
You were going to do it.
Well, I don't know, because I was going to interview someone, and I'm going to interview
Here we
you.
go. I'm someone.
Yeah, exactly.
Today I'm someone. Normally I'm nobody.
Today you're my guest.
All right.
You're my guest. You're my eyes, my ears on the floor of Infosecurity Europe. It was the first day. I was there. You were there.
I was there.
A lot
I
of
made
people
it.
was
Really
there.
good buzz. It was pretty much packed, the hall.
Impressive.
And, yep. Super
Impressive.
cool. Yeah, I mean, everything you can imagine in a hall. Giant booths, a lot of flair, a lot of pizzazz, a lot of people, a lot of buzz. You know, the one thing I did notice that they do here, I don't know if you caught it. For the stages, they aren't blasting presentations at every booth. They have headsets.
True.
So if you want to hear a talk,
very respectful.
you get to set a headset,
Very respectful.
and you get to hear that talk and not 20 others around you, ringing bells and shouting music and all kinds of stuff. So
yeah, but the noise was there. The action was
but
there.
the buzz it's a natural buzz there.
Yeah.
And
So here's my interview.
All right, I'm done.
So you actually, unlike me, you got to talk to a few companies there, and actually a keynote that we didn't get to catch on before the event. So I'm gonna do the typical question, like what's the buzzword? What's the buzzword?
The buzzword. Well, I think so I had one conversation with one of the keynote panelists. So I'll save that for a moment. But I think generally speaking, what I think we're still hearing is security basics, but with the theme of the conference, which is rethink.
Rethink
and
power.
Yeah. So I think I rethink that there are core things we need to do, but we need to think of them differently. How we approach those problems. I think we've kind of landed, after so many years doing this stuff, we've landed in a routine of endpoint, server, network, IT, OT. Some of this stuff is new, but cloud. We kind of landed in a space of here's how we kind of do stuff, and
So
we get kind of there.
Does that
but
include
not
rethinking
all the way there.
the culture of how we do things?
It's
Not to bring the human element that at this point we know is there, but really to make it part of the strategy.
I think, and it's interesting that funny enough, no AI talk.
No.
I know.
Holy.
I was surprised now that I'm thinking about it. But what is there without the actual AI letters being used was data. So what data and how we're looking at it. So forget that it's automated and artificial and augmenting the human. Still, we have data. We need to look at the data differently and rethink what that data is telling us to take different, better actions. I would say that's kind of my takeaway from that.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. And
so then the other thing. Oh,
yeah, no. That's my next question. Is this is coming from somebody with a big experience, many years on the field, and I want to know, what did you get from the vendor side? I know you spoke with three of them. Two of them. Oh yeah, 3, 4, 5 tomorrow. Yep. And of course, thank you for supporting us in what we're doing right now, which is not really what we're about to eat because I'm starving, but actually in being here, being part of this conference. So vendor-wise, and different strategies, different way to sell the product, to market the product.
Yeah, so what I just described is a lot from those conversations, and more specifically how we look at vulnerabilities. It's not just the CVE problem with the CVSS scoring. It's that data combined with other data we have in the organization around configuration and how things are connected and and how we look at the whole operational aspect, not just the vulnerability itself.
Yep. Yeah.
And then the other was another core practice it's called network segmentation from the old days, but more of an isolation perspective. So how do we let things, because segmentation says we keep things apart and we don't let things through in some cases, and almost like a tunnel, a VPN tunnel, for example. Rather an isolation where we let them be what they are in a way and connect in ways that they need to, but through a system that protects them.
More an extended network, because you have to habilitate, you have to enable the business,
you have to enable
right?
it, but you still want to protect it. So you don't want to block the users, but you want to.
You know what I'm thinking?
Keep the best of it. What's that?
We're here on this beautiful Canary Wharf.
Yeah.
There are boats, there are river. So when you describe that, I kind of thought about when I went to visit the Queen Mary in Long Beach, where there is the fire door or the flow door that are a compartment that they're all open, but if something happened, you block that area, like fire doors.
Yep. Very similar.
And doesn't affect everything.
Ron Ross talked about that. I had a fireside chat. Remember many years ago we talked about.
That's right. Yeah, see, something's sticking in my head.
Boats float and you kind of go.
All right.
So, yeah, so Pantera and Ericom, those are the conversations I had today, and they enlightened me with those nuggets.
Good.
So that's my takeaway from that.
Now, so without boring too much, I want you to tease what's going on tomorrow, because tomorrow night we're going to do another recap.
I know we're after the 5 minutes, but
one more question.
One more question for myself. No, because I had a great conversation with Rob Black, who was on a panel.
Yeah, that was the first one I mentioned.
Yeah, and it was very interesting because we talked. He was on the panel all around legal stuff. And we talked about creating policy, we talked about legal, we talked about responsibility and accountability and liability and insurance, cyber insurance, and all of these things kind of mixed together. You throw in there nation states and cyber warfare, and it gets really, really messy. And
nice salad.
A nice salad of who's responsible for the stuff. And sadly, and we've seen in some lawsuits, it all seems to land on the CISO's shoulder.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
and in many
pointing
cases,
finger.
And in many cases, and even fired and sued. And sadly, the company still takes the brunt, and in some cases, the individual, which doesn't nobody any good, right? So the insurers get off scot-free, the cyber criminals get off scot-free, the nation states and the people they have working for them get off scot-free. So anyway, it was very interesting. I'm going to actually have them on for a deeper chat, because I only had like 15 minutes with them. So
let's put it this way. At this point, we're here. We do this little recap of yesterday. We did the intro. So if you haven't seen that, we're going to try to shoot in different places again. You know, this is pretty nice. But last night we were at in front of the big Ben, the big Benjamin, and I think we'll give you a little tour of London, as we are really enjoying in this city. And so this was great. If you want to come back tomorrow, you can.
I might, if I can find where you are.
You can.
It took a while.
If I don't find a better guest, you can come back.
All right.
Now, seriously, stay tuned. This conversation that you just mentioned and you just described in a very inviting, teasing way, they are already on the website.
Yep. All published.
All published, already done. Magical.
Yep. It's all magic. It's all magic.
Magical.
And we have 5 chats tomorrow, at least. That's what we have lined up.
I don't know if we're going to produce all of them,
but
we'll
can do all 5. But,
we'll try.
Nonetheless, keynote, some more solution conversations as well.
Yep.
It's all important, all fun for me. I like talking the ops.
That's why I let you do it.
I know. Thanks very much.
I'll talk
You get to twiddle with the knobs afterwards.
And I'm not going to say who we met, but we met other people from the US. And from here, and really cool people around here. It is the place to be. So I haven't been paid for saying this, but I'm very happy to be here, and I know you are as well. No. I'm gonna. Can I get a dinner though? Because I'm starving.
I think dinner's in order.
All right.
With a nice sunset on the skyline of.
Yep. Join us. It's gonna be a
London,
nice dinner, maybe a pint of beer or a glass of wine. We'll figure out. And stay tuned. ITSPmagazine.com. Just click there. You'll see there is the Infosecurity Europe page right there, and we're already kind of talking about Black Hat as well, but I don't want to mix too many things in this salad.
Too much.
So I'm going. Bye. Bye.